Hey, Mick, how are you?
I'm not very bad, Dave. Yourself?
Yeah, good. What are we going on show tonight? Oh, good.
Well, I believe we've got a gentleman called Mr. Lee Palmer.
Oh, Lee, yeah, known him from years ago. Yeah, brilliant guy. Are we hotels? Is that it?
No, we've got another quiz, haven't we?
Wow.
Because we like doing shit like that. Just like tax people's brains a little bit, help them along the way.
Yeah.
We've got our favourite slot of the week.
Wanker of the week.
Wanker of the week.
Yeah.
And we've got a technical question that we've been asked as well, which is nice to know that people want to know what we know, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, it's good. Anybody write in? So, right, before we get going, so let's get big show to get going. Get your teeth in. Big show, let's get it going.
Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Well, welcome, Lee. Right, I want to introduce Mr. Lee Palmer. I've known Lee for some time. He's basically journeyman. He's done everything there is. So let's have a listen to what the lad's been up to. Hiya, Lee. How are you?
Are you all right?
I am. I don't know I'm going to be in a while. You crack me up, you do. Some tales you come out with. So, right, Lee, go on. Tell us you were teaching. You've done everything, basically. Climbed out backwards and what have you.
Well, yeah, started when I was 16. How I got into it was sat at my mum's. A bloke came round to replaster kitchen. I watched him when I was 14-year-old, and I was like, that is it. This wall were knackered,
yeah,
and he made it look mint.
Wow!
And I was like that. I quite fancy that.
Right.
So got apprenticeship at 16, one-man band. Stayed with him for about 5 years. He couldn't have paid me what I wanted then.
Yeah.
And then just set off. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? It's like, it's how we all kind of get into it, innit? You know what I mean? And, the problem is, you can't get out of it. Honestly.
No, you can't.
It's the old saying, isn't it?
You
can't get out of it because you know too much.
You know too much. That's the problem. People like us aren't passing it on. Who's going to teach other people? Who's going to train them? Like I say, you used to be a teacher. I was a teacher. Mick's back teaching.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I know it's fucking mad, but never mind.
No, I went teaching. Well, I had to go teaching. I was there. But I really enjoyed my time when I was apprentice. I really did enjoy it. Right. And I learned a load. And I used to love fibrous and stuff like that. And that's ended up doing it quite a bit. But it was, I did like my time as an apprentice, really.
Right, yeah. Good do.
See, I hated mine. Oh, I did. I absolutely detested it.
How many were you working with? A big gang or just one-man band?
I started with 2 lads at Preston Borough Council.
Right.
I started off as a basic labourer.
Yeah.
I was working for the brickies. And because at 16, 17, 18, you get a bit gobby, don't you? So it's like...
Hang on, I'll just stop you, Mick. You've never grown out of that, but go on.
No, basically, I was mixing up for the brickies, so I used to make sure I used to be there half hour before them. So I'd have one in the mixer, one on the board, and all the spots filled up and all the bricks ready. And he used to come walking down the drive, giving, "Look at that lazy bastard with a brew and a fag in his hand, ranting away." And I just turned around and went, "Before you start fucking whinging, go and have a look, knobhead." So this went on for about a month or so. And the 2 plasterers there, Fred and George, I'd say they were mid-50s at the time. And they'd gone to the site foreman and said, "We want Mick with us." So you imagine the brickies kicked up holy hell because I just kept him going all the time.
Yeah.
So my site foreman turned around. He said, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." He said, "The brickies are going to go mental, but fuck it." So I started mixing up with them. So first Monday, I'm same again, stood by the mixer, brewing one hand, fagging the other hand, mixing the mixer, one on the board, spots all filled. They come down, they went, "You all right, Mick?" I went, "Yeah, I'm sound." "Are we all ready to go?" I went, "Yeah, sure are." And that's how it started off. So about 2-3 weeks into it, it's like once you've got yourself that far in front, you stood watching, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I stood watching, and then I'm having a little nose about. There's a little understairs cupboard. So I'm stood there, pissing my sides, laughing. Because these two are both 6-footers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm stood there going, "Oh, one of you two big numpties has got to get in there and plaster it." And he just turned around and looked at me and he went, "Nah." I went, "Well, I'm not well, I can't do it, can I?" He said, "Well, you're about to fucking learn, aren't you?"
Ah,
And that's how it started.
great. I've never heard
Yeah,
that one
that's
before.
literally how I started.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
So I shit myself. It was about 2 inches deep in sand and cement on the floor. Fucking covered in it.
Yeah,
Because
just
it was
scream for
swimming
it at the
on
same time. Yeah.
Get on with it.
Brilliant.
So finally gets that done. Then he started saying to me, "Right, we want you to stop at about 1:30, 1:45. Make sure we've got enough. Come up and start scratching on for us." So I did. Loved it. Within another couple of weeks, right, we're going to start you floating it now.
Right.
And that's basically how I started off.
You do well. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
got to the stage I was like, "Shit, I'm going to have to go and get a bit of paper for this and you can learn how to do it properly," sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're still working? Are you still working towards that, mate?
I tried, mate. Bit harsh considering what I've just achieved, but hey, ho.
No. You got to have the crack, haven't you? You got to take the piss. No, brilliant. So, Lee, you were teaching as well. So
Yeah,
you told me the other night. Go on.
Yeah, I didn't have to go teaching. I went teaching. First, I went to North Notts in the workshop. Went there teaching. Really enjoyed it actually. It was quite good. And then I decided not to go teaching anymore. Then got back on tools, and then I need to go teaching it again. So I went to Selby, and that were a brand new college, absolutely brilliant, great college, great lads I were working with. It was just that was really good. And then Gove, Michael said everybody has to stay in education till they were 18.
Yeah.
And then we just got
Shite.
Well, I'll say dross through the door. And I was like that. I did it for 2 years and I was making myself poorly and just, I was like that. Me and Brickley and Tutor were like that. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Kind of get like that.
We got out.
It gets mentally, it does get you, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Honestly. It was bad.
You get all these bloody knobhead kids at 16 coming up threatening you and one thing or another. And
well,
it was weekly occurrence. You were getting through week without getting threatened by some kid. You've done bloody well.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what turned me is when I had to do prevent and restrain training.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like that. Yeah, I'm just not even well paid babysitter. I'm literally a babysitter now. So
Yeah.
When I had to do prevent restrain training, I was like that. Well, this isn't teaching anymore, is it?
No.
Yeah, it becomes political bullshit then, and that's when it starts getting a bit naughty.
Yeah, I was like that. No, so me and Bricklayer Tutor looked at each other one day and said, "Yeah, we'd be better off out there."
Everybody, there's not many people. Plasters, so you get a lot of plasters. I'm going to go into teaching, thinking it's really good and easy. But in a few years, they're back out on tools. It's not the teaching that's wrong. It's all the bloody paperwork and shite that goes on, isn't it? And pressure. And then you get these, kids bloody hassling you and teachers, management trying to bully you in some way, sending you nasty emails on one thing or another. You know what I mean? They mess your head up. And that's it, innit? You know what I mean? I don't know. They do it. But it happens. And there's not many lads keep going right to until retirement age, do they? Teaching, like, you know what I mean?
No.
Get out before. They do.
Well, I think you've got to do. But no, best thing I ever did when I was teaching, and I'm quite proud, I got rid of elf bloody fizzy idiot drinks.
Yeah.
They had them all on in Douglas machines.
Yeah.
And I got rid of all energy drinks.
Right.
Because they'd come in, well, they only went to the shop afterwards, but they'd come in wired for half an hour, and then their head would be on desk after half an hour.
Yeah.
Because they'd be up, and then all of a sudden they'd just go, buff, fall off cliff. And I got inspected a couple of times, and I'm like, well, what am I meant to do? Especially with teaching. So many bats you get in it, it's really difficult.
It is difficult. Two ways about that. And it's like saying you
Trying
don't
to keep the balance is a nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, Mick, you've just gone back in the last few weeks, so you're you had a lot of years teaching, and then got it out like everybody seems to, and then done your shouldering of one thing and another, and back doing it in again, back teaching again, aren't you? You know what I mean? And it's not easy, but it's not easy. But this time with you going back, Mick, at least you've got all these years of experience of teaching behind you.
I know what's coming.
Go on.
You just know what's coming because you've been there and done it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you've been there.
Whereas if you're going in what I'd class as blind, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's coming.
No.
Whereas the time I've had, I did a lot. Then I did FE, then I did the private training providers and all the rest of it. So you kind of know your first month or so, let's be honest, is an easy number, a really easy number. Because you're waiting for your accreditation to sign off again, even though you've got all your quals for it.
Yeah. And
you're just basically marking time until that actually happens, and you can sort of like get your teeth back into it.
Yeah.
But it's the annoying one for me going back in is it's like I've had 3 failures in 13 years teaching, and now I've got to have some snotty woman come in and tell me that I've got to do teaching and learning courses, and I'm sat there thinking to myself, what, you're trying to teach your grandma to sell cakes?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you look at it logically, if I've had 3 failures in 13 years, I'm obviously doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they come in and kind of try to sort of semi-undermine you a little bit. I was telling Dave, my first day in, kids have gone at 4 o'clock, a teaching and learning woman comes wandering in and I'm sat on the front row with the lad I'm working with called Paul, and she leans in front of me and goes, I don't know you. So I sat there for a second or so and I went, well, guess what? She went, what? I went, I don't know you either. I thought, do you know what I mean? If she'd have come in and said to me, oh, hello, who are you and what do you do?
Yeah.
I'd have been very polite and civil about it.
Yeah.
But my attitude has always been, however somebody speaks to me, is I'm going to speak to them. So to come out with a statement like that, I thought, do you know what? Fuck you, you're having it back.
From these people off is that Plasterers, we are a different mindset to everybody else. And you know what I mean? We have this don't give a fuck attitude. No matter who you talk to, proper spread is like that. Fuck you, do it my own way and what have you. Our way of doing things ain't always a college way. When I taught at Burnley College, there were 2 rules. There was the college way and there was the Winchester way, and they did not meet. Many times I've been in front of, head of department and what have you. Why have you done this? Well, it works. It's like Mick says, lucky, you don't really get many failures in all them times. And the ones you do, the ones that haven't really tried and listened, you have better, you tend to get better results than other departments. You know what I mean? Because you're a different mindset, aren't you? More spirit.
I always find construction funded the college.
Yeah.
We had so many students compared to ER or history.
Yeah.
They'd be able to run their course, but construction run the college because they're funded. Well, we made so much funding.
Yeah.
These courses could run.
Yeah, you're more students, wouldn't you? They'd have 6 or 7, you'd have 16. You know what I mean?
Oh, in joinery and brick used to have 22, 25.
Fucking hell.
And you're like that.
Oh, it's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that. I'd have turned around and said, you've an health and safety issue there straight away.
Well, yeah, you've got to do, but it was like that. Well, yeah, and the pass.
Yeah.
it's one of them.
Dear me.
It is hard. It is hard as a FE. It is hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think when you've experienced it, it's like self-employment. Everybody should do self-employment because then you realise how hard it is. You know, you're chasing jobs, you're chasing money. You know, you've got merchants chasing you because you're behind on your account and you're overdrawn. And your customer pay next month, and next month comes, I can only pay half of it. You know, meanwhile, you've got to fund yourself another 6 weeks' work.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't realise the hard thing. Self-employment's bloody hard. Teaching, bloody hard.
It's getting harder at the minute as well.
I should imagine it is. Yeah.
Tax digital. So you've got to submit your books every 3 months. That's going to go to a month.
What's that?
Because HRC has said, well, why should we wait twice a year when you can pay us 4 times a year?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like going to Tesco's. I can't pay you now, but I'll pay you when I get paid.
Yeah, in 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute joke.
It is when you go and have a job, or you know, you go to butchers, you buy a pound of sausage. You know how much you're going to cost. You go and price a job up. Oh, can you do it cheaper? You can never say to a butcher, "Can I have it cheaper?" Just about drag round floor for 2 weeks. You got them, mate. You know what I mean?
Them sausages, can you do them for cash?
Well,
it's exactly the same price.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
It's a different fucking world. Simple as. And I think when you come out of it, at the end, you've got that attitude, Lee. I've got it. Mick has it. You seem to have this don't give a fuck attitude where there's not much you haven't.
I really don't know what you mean.
Well, you know, you go these years, there's not much you haven't been through or had done to you, is there? You know what I mean? Ripped off by someone and one thing and another, you know what I mean? And that's the way it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? You come through other end and, fuck you, I don't give a shit about it, you know what I mean? And I think that's why this podcast kind of works really well.
Yeah.
We have this attitude and you can relate to lads on site, can't you? They listen to us rabbiting on it, stupid old fuckers or whatever.
You speak for yourself.
Well, I am. I'm a dinosaur, you know.
I'm getting there now.
In fucking graveyard.
Yeah, I'm getting there myself now, so I'm not bothered.
I tell you what, in retirement, like I say, the best thing ever. Honestly. I just love it so much. Honestly, every morning I get up. What am I doing today? And I never go to bed.
You've never fucking retired.
I love it. I fucking love it. You know,
you've always got something going on.
I have a bottle of wine every night. Then I'll start sending me emails at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I fucking know.
Asking people to come on your podcast.
Oh, harassing me, Lee, for what he wants to do next.
That's. And that past one after a bottle of wine, it seems like a sensible idea to do.
Always does.
And morning, I think, oh, fucking hell, what did I do last night?
Yeah. Well, you read your phone in the morning. Jeez.
I hear mine go off of a night, Lee, and if it's after 12 o'clock, I go, fuck off, Dave. You can wait till tomorrow.
I tell you what, bloody first wife, got to be like that. You go out and you wake up at the morning, you look around, you sat up in bed with your arms folded. And she was like, I look at her, she said, you know what you did last night? I think, no, but I'll find out pretty soon. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Oh dear me, and that's it. No, you do have this attitude. We do have this attitude, no two ways about it.
Well, the old favourite used to be, didn't it? Get finished on site on a Friday, straight off to the pub,
Oh,
get yourself fully skinned up, absolutely leathered,
Yep.
walk through the door at 3 in the morning, and all I ever used to get was, "What time do you call this?" I used to stand there staggering all over the place, go, "How the fuck am I supposed to know? I'm pissed."
dear. Well, we used to. I was working down in London at one stage, and in 80s, like doing all work locally. So working down in London, went down there, and lads, you wait till 7 o'clock at night, and then you go out on piss. Straight from site right to pub. From pub right to bed. Didn't bother. You never had a wash till day you were going home. You're out on the black all the time. You had a working or in pub.
Yeah.
You were a good
I remember many a time being sat in nightclub in my work muck.
You are.
Stood in nightclub at 2 o'clock, still in my work muck. Going like, what's happening here?
Oh, yeah.
And I just don't. I don't get where they get this attitude that we're all pissheads. I just really don't know where it comes from.
No. Yeah.
Well, what he did, it's like the plaster gets in your blood, and you have to drink beer to get rid of it. It's like
get rid of dust, don't you?
Yeah,
That's
it's like an antibiotic, innit? You know what I mean? It kills all bugs that's in there, and you have to keep topping it up daily.
Yeah. Bugs and brain cells.
That's what I haven't many of them. We haven't many of them brain cells left.
Hey.
Oh dear me, that is good. Been good. So Lee, what have you been up to this?
Well, Monday were bank holiday, wasn't it? So I didn't work there. Tuesday, it would have been my mate's birthday, so I went to Ponty Races.
All right, okay.
Obviously, blobbed Wednesday. And then I said I'd be there Wednesday. I was like that. Text him. It's not happening, George. And then this week, I've just, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I've worked today. Just on this young kid, it must be, I don't know, 30. And this must be sixth house I've done for him. And just boarding, gritting, skimming, but yeah, he's done well for himself as a young lad, like. So,
good.
Yeah, just plastering basically.
Good.
That's what we do.
Well, that's it. Oh, great, superb. Are you busy next week? Have we got to work on?
Funnily enough, same house for 2 weeks, and then he's just bought another house.
Wow.
Which is having roof taken off tomorrow, and then rewired, and then I'm back with it.
Back doing more. A good customer. Good.
Yeah, he's clever. And then it's a big birthday, and then me and our lass are off away for a week. So
we're off to.
We're doing a river cruise on Danube. It's a big birthday that starts with 5.
That's why that quiz the other day you contacted me. That was one of the questions, weren't it? In quiz, Danube.
Yeah, Danube. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got a big birthday in about 4 weeks. So, we're off there. And then Whitby, hopefully.
All right, for a call.
Full house to do in Whitby.
All right. For a call.
Yeah, very nice.
See, proper side of country, Yorkshire.
Oh, always.
Bollocks.
I don't like these Lancaster shites.
No, Lancashire.
I don't even go out of my own village, never mind anywhere else.
I've come like that. I live in a rural village, and I'm a bit of a recluse. I don't like going out to the village. I really don't. I enjoy it over here. That's it. No, it's weird.
Yeah. So I plaster all year, and last year I did 2,500 miles.
How many?
In my van.
2,500.
2,500. I'll give you my reg. You can check me memo. I did 2,500 miles last year.
Pub and back.
Well, probably 500 of that is me driving around waiting for the pub to open.
Yes.
No wrong with
that.
No, I don't travel at all.
No. No.
I'm going to say, I bet you staggered more miles over here.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, fantastic. Right, anyway, podcast coming soon. We kind of run out of time here, Lee. So it's been brilliant having you on board. Yeah, I've always had the crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you. It just froze up a bit there now and again. So, yeah, sorry about it.
That'll be right. It happens. It happens, doesn't it? You know what I mean? We had it bits hard to stick bits in on one thing or another. No, it's good. Good, you keep going and what have you. How long, can you remember how many years ago we were? Because I first came across you, I was working for BG, weren't I? I was assessing for BG.
It must be nearly 15 years ago.
Bloody hell. I know it's
I got a memory and I got inspected and I got a 1. And then I left after that, not 15 years ago. So it's at least 12 years.
Yeah, I think about.
I'd have thought.
Yeah, about 12 years ago.
Yeah.
BG then stopped working from, obviously, retired.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's good to catch up and see you. We have another quiz coming out this week. Shall we get these, you fucker? I've altered the clock today. 5 seconds. I've took on board what you said.
30 seconds is a long time of dead air.
Yeah, but you've got to bear in mind with a lot of plasters aren't that clever. Especially
how long it takes in McCleary's lug oils out so he can hear you.
Especially me making texts that long to read them out.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Anyway, thanks for coming on board and take care.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, and we'll catch up again.
First voice, Mick.
No worries. Cheers, Lee. Same here.
Yeah, lovely.
Speak to you in a bit.
See you later.
See you in a bit.
Cheers.
See you later. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing.
Right, Mick, it's time for Mick and Dave's Load of Bollocks music quiz.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So Over to you, Quizmaster Mick.
Oh, we're now into episode 2. So, question 1. Which band released The Dark Side of the Moon? Question 2. We're going to play you a clip.
Piece of music. We'll play a piece of music, and you've got to guess who it is.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. And how can I ever change things that I feel?
Question 3. Who sang Like a Virgin? There's a lot of answers to that one.
You imagine a lot of them.
Question 4. Who sang I Want to Dance with Somebody? I can tell you it wasn't me.
I'm a dancer.
Question 5. Which group had a hit with Staying Alive?
Brilliant. What a good one.
Question 6. Who released Purple Rain? Question 7. We're going to play your music clip, and we want to know who sang this.
So play a piece of music, and once it finishes, you'll have a listen, write it down, and we'll feed you back the answers at the end. Over you, Mick. Back to you.
Question 8. Which band sang Every Breath You Take? Preferably, I think that's the original, isn't it?
Yeah, that's original, Mick.
Right. Question 9. Who sang Take On Me?
That's a good one.
Question 10. Again, we're going to play another music clip, and we want to know who sang this.
Yeah, like Mick just said, we'll play a piece of music, have a listen, and let us know.
Question 11. Which band released Living on a Prayer? Question 12. Who sang Do I Really Have to Say This?
Yeah.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
What you do, Mick, hang on a minute. I've seen you on Friday night when you go out with stilettos on and wig and what have you. So it fits you down to T, true. But you do look nice, but
Well, I can't because my stilettos are broken now because you borrowed them.
Well, I'm bigger than you. They will bloody break, won't they, for fuck's sake?
Question 13. Which group had a hit with No Scrubs?
What?
Question
Hang on, can you repeat that one again for me? I didn't get that one.
Question 13. Which group had a hit with No Scrubs?
All right, I'm writing it down.
Number 14. I think I Said Maybe. Who sang this? Question 15. Who sang Karma Chameleon? Question 16. Which band released Wonderwall? Question 17 is another music clip for you, and we need to know who sang this.
Yep, like Mick said, listen to music.
Question 18. I know this one. Which band performed Sweet Child of Mine?
Well, yeah, you will do.
Favourite song. Question 19. Who sang Superstition?
One of my favourite artists.
Which band released for question 20? Sorry, I'll repeat that for you. Question 20. Which band released With or Without You?
Right. But do we have a special question, Mick?
We do indeed. We have the end question, which is always worth 5 points.
Go on. What is it?
And this one's a little bit naughty.
Bit naughty this time. Hang on
Yeah.
a minute. We'll stop there. We got told we were too easy last time. So we were like breaking you in. So go for it. Go on. We're not breaking now. You put up with it.
So your 5-point question is, name Madonna's first UK #1 single and the year it was released.
So is that all questions for that part?
That's all questions done.
Right, you go. You read the question, and I'll read the answer. So
You're going to get them right this time.
I don't know. I've got answers in front of me, but I didn't get them right last time, so it means bugger all, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It means no.
So, on episode 2, question 1, which band released The Dark Side of the Moon?
The Dark Side of the Moon was released by Pink Floyd.
Question 2 was your first music clip.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel?
The first music clip was a piece of music by Fleetwood Mac called Go Your Own Way.
Question 3 was who sang Like a Virgin?
Many women, but one we're after were called Madonna.
Question 4, who sang I Want to Dance with Somebody?
Well, it was Whitney Houston, and I'm sure she had a few people lining up to dance with her. I really do.
Question 5, which group had a hit with Staying Alive?
Oh, yeah, the Bee Gees. Top band, absolutely. Bee Gees from Saturday Night Fever.
Question 6, who released Purple Rain? Probably the most underrated musician ever.
Prince. The answer is Prince. Or he get legend in himself as Squiggle, some bloody symbol written, didn't he? When he went out to his head at the end of the
Circle.
Fair call.
Question 7 was another music clip for you that we wanted to know who sang this.
So the record were Sweet Dreams Were Made of This, and it was by the Eurythmics.
Question 8, which band sang Every Breath You Take?
That was the Police.
Question 9, who sang Take On Me?
Take On Me was sung by Ha Ha.
Aha.
Ha Ha. We're always saying that.
Question 10
Go on, twat.
is another music clip, and we want to know who sang this.
Yeah, music was Billie Jean, and it was by Michael Jackson. I'm sure everybody got that one.
Question 11, which band released Living on a Prayer?
Bon Jovi released Living on a Prayer.
And I can tell you the year.
Go on, Mick. What were it?
83.
We'll have to check that up.
Question 12, who sang Man, I Feel Like a Woman?
Apart from Mick, Sinead Twade.
Or Dave.
Well, me, yeah. Both of us.
Question 13.
You've got the shoes that I need, doesn't it? Make sure you get that.
It depends how much wine's gone down, Nick.
Mick, make sure you get the handbag next time. All right.
I've told you, stop trying to hit me with it. Question 13. Which group had a hit with no scrubs?
That was a band called TLC.
Who sang I Said Maybe? For
What question number was that? Number 14.
14.
I Said Maybe was by Oasis.
Question 15. Who sang Karma Chameleon?
Karma Camellia was sang by Boy George of Culture Club or Culture Club. Either answer will do.
Question 16. Which band released Wonderwall?
Wonderwall was released by Oasis.
Question 17. Again, is a music clip. We want to know who sang this.
Yeah, the music was Don't Stop Believing, and the band were called Journey.
Question 18.
Hang on, Mick, we've got everything right so far. I'm fucked up tonight. Go on.
And I'm quite impressed. You're doing well, Dave.
I'm doing well.
Question 18. Which band performed Sweet Child of Mine?
Guns N' Roses, Mick's favourite band.
The most iconic band in the world.
Well, not
Question 19. Who sang Superstition?
Superstition was sung by Stevie Wonder, one of my favourite artists. Mick's never heard of him.
That's that blind dude, isn't it?
Aye. Go on.
Plays the piano quite well for somebody who can't see jack shit.
Yeah, he does. Very good.
Question 20. Which band released With or Without You?
That band was called the U2. Basically, U2.
And the 5-pointer.
Go on, what were it?
Name Madonna's first UK single and the year it was released.
Madonna's first UK single was Into the Groove, and it was 1985. And you got yourself 5 points if you got both parts of that question. Give yourself 2.5 if you didn't get it, but come on.
No,
All right.
no, nothing.
Okay. Hang on, the quizmaster says no, you've got to have it 5 point. You've got to have both parts of the question. That's what he says, and he runs the quiz, so who am I to argue? So that's the quiz over. Right, Mick, it's Wanker of the Week time.
Oh.
Now, listen, I know your team's been beaten today. I know you're in mourning again, but we can't keep having Arsenal. Honestly. You know what I mean? You're just going to have to grow up, act like a man, realise someone else has to take the mantle.
You do know that somebody once said, yeah, that football to some people is a game. To other people, it's more important than that. That can be your next quiz question for number 1 next week.
Yeah. Good question. It isn't football. Yeah, I love football like Mick does, but yeah, he's got beat. But we need to get back down to Wanker of the Week. I've got one definitely. Have you anybody? You can't.
I haven't given it a lot of thought this week, to be fair.
Right, I'm going to go for it. Ed Miliband, no two ways about it. What a wanker. Basically, everyone in Britain is against him, you know, and government. You know, I'm not letting you drill in Britain and whatever. We're not drilling for oil. Everything, prices are going up and everything like that. No matter which side of political spectrum you're on. You know, the guy's a fucking idiot end of the day. And that's the way it is. So for me, by far, Ed Miliband. What about you, Mick?
Do you know what? I was just thinking when you actually said Ed Miliband, I was thinking to myself, do you know what? It's got to be the knobhead that doesn't want to drill for oil or drill for natural gas.
Yeah.
And for the life of me, I just couldn't think of who it was.
No, that's him.
But then again,
go on.
But then again, we could also say, oh, wonderful PM, Mr. Starmer again for his bullshit Chagos Island theory.
Oh yeah, brilliant that one, isn't it? Yeah, he's had to U-turn,
Yeah.
hasn't he? And
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll give you your island back and then we'll pay you to have it back for 99 years.
yeah,
What kind of a fucking knobhead does that?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, it's the right thing to do. Fuck the right thing. Well, the right thing to look after Britain, British people. You know what I mean? You veterans on the street and things like that. Oh, we've got to give the Chagos Islands back to Mauritius. They never fucking owned it in the first place. You know.
So we're on a coin flip here, kid.
Yeah, we're on a base here. Yeah. We've got to behave, haven't we? Anyway, we'll go for.
No, we've got to do a coin flip for that one.
We got to do a what?
A coin flip for that one.
A claim slip.
Yeah, because we can only have one, can't we, really?
Right, okay. Toss a coin. And who is it? It's either Keystone for Chagos Islands.
Right, what we're saying?
Ed for Ed Miliband. Ed's for Ed Miliband. Ed for Ed.
Stop.
Go on. Flick me the coin now, and it is.
Oh, mate.
Go
you
on.
Win.
Ed Miliband. Ed.
Yeah.
So, Ed Miliband, take advice from everyone in Britain, but unfortunately, you are our wanker of the week.
I'm a wanker, and it does me good like it bloody well should. I'm a wanker, and I'm always pulling my pud.
And I can't catch a fucking win today, can I?
No, your team's been beaten and you haven't won wanker a week, are they? So
Fucking no need for this.
Oh dear me. So that's that. You know, Mick, we've had a couple of people like writing and questions. One lad in particular, you know, a young lad new into plastering or whatever, called Carl, and he's been doing a bit of rendering, and he was using sand and cement basically. Nice job, all rubbed up. And a few days later, he started getting oil spots coming through render. So he's like, Dave, Mick, can you help us? I know what's happened here. I've had it happen to myself a few times until someone told me what it were.
Yeah.
And basically, Carl, what it is, if you get oil spots coming through your render, it doesn't appear on the first day, probably a few days later. It's basically, it's the type of sand you're using. You're probably using river sand. Yeah. River sand, a lot of it comes out, obviously, river, Mersey, or what have you, and those builders merchants sell it as washed sand. Realistically, they don't get all the impurities out of it. You got to think of the river Mersey up and down there every day. You've got all ships on one thing and another, pumping diesel out, goes to the bottom, gets in the sand, gets in the sediments, and they say it's washed. Never seen any washing machine myself, tell you the truth. They'll sell you builders merchants as washed sand. Keep away from it. Don't go nowhere near it.
Well,
you want to buy quarried sand.
You say for stopping, basically, if you're going to do that, you do the sand test, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's called a silt test.
Drop some sand in a clean jar, and top it up with water. Give it a shake, and leave it roughly 12, 24 hours. Let it settle. Then you'll find out how much impurities you've got in there.
Yeah, what Mick's just described is called the silt test, and what it is, like he said, you put water in a jar, and you put like a piece of paper on, make it like a ruler, and test how much water. And you don't want more than 10 to 15% impurities in the sand, and that's the way to test it. So you put the water in the jar, put some sand in, give it a really good shake up, and let it stand. And the impurities.
Don't forget to put the fucking lid on first.
Well, I put lid on first, you'd be fucking wet through otherwise. I don't be doing that. Yeah, but that's what you need to do. So, Carl, in future, what I suggest you do, buy quarried sand. People call it fine coarse sand, fine sharp sand, and that's what you need to be buying. And don't keep away from your river sand by all means. End of the day, builders merchants will sell you out. It happened with me. I went to a builders merchants and I bought some sand. I come back, stuck it in sand in mixer. Oh, bloody hell, they've sold me soft sand here, bloody building sand. And you phoned them up. Oh, with some more. It'd been bagged in wrong bag. They said fine sharp, but it was soft sand. Oh, what am I going to buy? You buy the same bloody stuff. They don't give a shit. They've got the money off you. and you end up.
That's off. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know what I mean. They'll come back and they won't take any responsibility. You end up doing these jobs for now. You're not careful, you get a bad name, and it's not your fault.
No, your best one is every time you go in the builder's yard. We all. I don't know about you, but I'm a Costa Coffee fan, so I've always got a Costa in my van. Yeah, the cup's usually empty by the time I get there. So I do a little sneaky trick. I have a little wander around and I just grab a little bit of sand in my cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I can go and do my silk test. If the silk test is happy, then I'll go back and I'll buy that sand if I've got a render job on.
Yeah, that's the way. And realistically, going back in nowadays, it used to be pits of sand. Now everything's bagged, obviously, pre-bagged before builders merchants get it. But it used to come in pits, and they're like different pits with different types of sanding, so you could test it before you board, try before you buy, type of thing. And Plasterers used to do that to prevent, oil coming through and things like that, and make sure there were no impurities in it. Mm-hmm. So, Carl, that were a really good question. It were. If anybody else has any questions that you'd want to ask, drop us a line. Chances are we'll be able to answer it for you. We give you a damn good, some good reason for it and what have you. Another thing you want to talk about, your plastering trowels. What do you reckon, Mick? Plastering trowel. What's your favourite make?
Well, this is a $1 million question, because it's like I've worked with a few lads over the course of time, like you do, and everybody has their own preference. Now, I've tried the Ox. Yeah, I don't mind it for render because it's a little bit lighter. If I'm skimming, I go back to old Marshalltown. Now, I'd like to hear from the lads in America, because I believe they have a couple of trowels out there. One's called Craftsman, and I think the others are Curry. And I'd like to basically run a bit of a poll on that and just see which one's coming out top. Because even though I know Marshalltown is American, I know a lot of the lads over there aren't using them. They're using other trowels. So we'd like a bit of feedback, guys, and just let us know what you're actually using for plastering and what's your preferred trowel.
Like last conversation we're having, you mentioned that Curry trowels. I did some search on it, and they're a small company. They're not a big national company. A small company in, I forgot. Yeah, I don't know whereabouts in America, to tell you the truth. But they are a small company, not big on medium, one thing or another. And they do make these Curry trowels. And then, you're reading write-ups, you're doing research, and they're getting really, really good feedback from lads using them.
Yeah, I've heard some nice reviews about them, but I'd like to basically be in touch with somebody who uses one constantly.
Yeah.
Just to see if it actually has got the longevity of your Marshalltown.
That's a question. We were a couple of lads, say hello to lads. Justin, I had Justin and Cody.
Cody, yeah.
Yeah, you two lads, can you help us out on this one? Have you heard of it? You know what I mean? You give us a bit of feedback. Have you come across these Curry trowels? I know you can't buy them in UK. Maybe you can, but they're not mainly distributed in UK. Maybe through some, agency or something like that. You know what I mean? But mainly,
I've never seen one for sale in the UK, to be fair. No. But it's like, if you remember, Dave, years ago when we started, it was the old Tyzac, weren't it?
Yeah, basically that's what it were.
Yeah, and it's like, I haven't seen a proper original Tyzac now for donkey's years. I really haven't.
No, it were back then. Well, God sake, when I started, it was a Tyzac or an Italian one.
A piece of wood, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically, piece of wood. Your hands basically on wall. You end up with a nice straight hand. Oh dear me! Right,
but it's a question that gets asked a lot, and I'd like to sort of, in effect, get an overview from basically everyone. Anyone who ever plasters, just let us know what you're using.
Yeah, you contact us through the Facebook page as well, can't they, Mick?
Yeah, through the Facebook page. Can even do it through the magazine, couldn't they? to be fair.
Yeah, they can. They can be. I think it's easier for everybody. We have the Mick and Dave Load of Bollocks show Facebook page. You know what I mean? It's a mouthful, isn't it? You can put a comment.
Well, not really.
No. All right. Kind of said wrong thing there. All right, fair enough. Yeah. All right. But yeah, you can comment through that page. So yeah, I hope we've enjoyed tonight's show. It's been a good one. Lee's great guy, journeyman, been around, real character like rest of us. Yeah, so we've had that on board. Music quiz. I'm hoping you're enjoying them quizzes. We have Wanker of the Week again. And, if you have any questions you need to ask, just ask away. We'll if we don't know the answer, we'll find the answer for you anyway. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to appear with us, drop us a line and let us know.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah. Basically, you want to come on board, get in touch. And we're coming up to 10,000 downloads now. And we're a big shout out to, everybody who's been on board. Dean, Dale, Kev, you know what I mean? And, come
Justin,
on. Help me
Tony,
out with someone. Dale.
Have we mentioned Kev?
Keith. We mentioned Kev. Keith.
Yeah, Kev, Keith, yeah.
Oh, God.
Lee,
yeah. Well, a lot of them.
Mark,
yep. Shark Bags, he's been a couple of times. Big shout out to all lads. Absolutely. If it weren't for them coming on board, everybody listening, we would be nowhere near 10,000 downloads.
And the offer's still there, guys, for you to come back if you want to come back and join us again.
Oh, yeah. We're hoping to have a special show when we hit 10,000 downloads. Definitely. Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. Gary. Thanks, Gary. Big Gary. Gary Black.
Oh, yeah. How did we forget Mr. BG himself?
Oh, we can't forget Gary, for God's sake, no.
Jesus.
So,
that's us off the fucking Christmas card list, isn't it?
Fucking hell, don't forget your freebies for college. They ain't going to happen now, mate.
I know. Get out now, I know. Sorry, Gary. I'll get the begging letter out to you shortly.
All right. Okay. So yeah, thanks to all lads, and lads who are busy working out in America, UK, where we're listening to us, driving in your vans to work or one thing or another. Thanks for everybody for downloading and spending time. Brilliant. Help us. Come on board. Come on. Let's get this podcast going across the world and everybody listening and having the crack and taking the piss. So
sounds like a plan to me.
So, right, on that note, it's okay going to say goodnight. Tonight you're doing a swear at us. So, on that note, I'm going to say, and it's a goodbye from me, Dave. And
I'm surprised you can speak with a mouthful of bollocks. It's a good night from me, Mick.
Goodbye.
And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show, keep 'em laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Come on, Brian, cheer up. Always look on the right side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Worst things happen to see, you know. Always look on the right side. I mean, what you got to lose? You know, you come from nothing, you're going back to nothing. What you lost? Nothing. Look on the right side of life. Nothing will come from nothing. You know what I say?